The next thing that we want to discuss is we're going to send everyone in your group an email, okay, on that we're going to have a online session using Coursesiteslive. So what I want you to do is I want you to figure out when's the best time for you to go online, which is one of these Wednesdays, which would be best April 2nd or April 9th, where you can have an online session with your students. I'm going to email everybody in the group that we're going to have an online session tomorrow between 4 and 5:30. So to do that, again, you would go to Tools as a reminder. I'm going to go to Email. Okay, there's a lot of ways to get to this. You can go to Tools that are under the student model, or you could go underneath course tools, and you can easily see that you have email as an option here. Either one will get you to the same place. There's more than one way of doing it. So I'm going to send an email to everyone, to all users in the group. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send everyone a Course Sites Live invitation. And I'm going to ask everyone, please click Course Sites Live between 4 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. to review how to use Coursesiteslive. Click Coursesiteslive under Content in my course. On April 2nd between 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And I'm going to also send myself a return receipt to make sure that everybody's getting it. And then I'm going to click Submit. Everyone's going to get an invitation, okay, for tomorrow. And then what will happen is between 4 and 5:30, I'm going to run a Coursesiteslive session. Now, how does that work? You go to Course Tools, you click Coursesiteslive, and what's going to happen is you're going to get a question, do you want to open what they call Illuminate? I'm going to click Open. Some of you have done this already and met with me on Wednesdays to ask questions. But what I want you to all do is basically have a Coursesiteslive session with your students. It only has to be for a few minutes. I want you to try different things to communicate to your students so you get a feel of what it's like. I want you to actually play a tic-tac-toe game with your students as an exercise so that the students and you get to understand how to use the whiteboard in this program. All you keep doing is just click yes to everything. And what will happen, a Java will upload onto your computer and a program called Blackboard Collaborate will turn on. Once this turns on, you eventually will get a whiteboard that looks like this. And this is the whiteboard that you would work with. Now on this whiteboard, you can control, when every student that comes online, you can actually control what features they will be able to use. There's an audio permission, okay? There is a video permission that I could turn on and off. There's a chat permission. There's a whiteboard permission. There's an application sharing permission. And there's a web tour permission. And what that means is they will be able to click these little icons and use certain features. they will be able to click the pen and write, all controlled by you, which you are the moderator. And what would happen, for example, you could run a lesson. You can play tic-tac-toe using your mouse. You would point to a pen, and what would happen, I'm going to turn on, I have a tablet system that's hooked up to my computer that I can actually control with a tablet. I'm going to create, let's turn this on. I'm going to create a tic-tac-toe. And within you and one of your students, you're going to basically play tic-tac-toe right on the whiteboard. The student will have their name listed here and will be able to control the pen because you've given them permission. If you don't want the permission, you would basically click the pen icon, and that would shut off the ability for them to write on the screen. And they would lose this option here. Okay? You can actually have everybody in the room have all the applications by making sure that everything appears unclicked, including the application sharing. What else can happen? Let's say I have some lesson on my screen on my desktop. I can actually click application sharing, click OK, and double click share desktop, and the students will see whatever's on my desktop. Okay? I can stop that at any moment by just pushing the stop button, and that will bring me back to this screen. So let's say I clicked again, start sharing again. I can double click this, and I can actually, they can see whatever I have on my screen. So let's say if I had a PowerPoint presentation, a PDF file, whatever I place on my screen, all the students will be able to see. And I can technically be able to write on this screen by just clicking, if it's a PDF file, a pencil, and whatever I do on this screen, all the students will be able to see. So if you can, I would like you just to do a short presentation of any type that you like, just to be able to play with the buttons with your student. The one thing that I ask is that if you do meet, you can actually, just so that you know, you can load whiteboard presentation from the past. You can technically, the recorder is paused, but you can actually record. I am recording right now already this lesson, but you can actually record the whiteboard presentation and the communications that you guys have, which I'll show you on Wednesday when you guys log in. I'll be waiting for you online to show you how you can maneuver and play around with the different things on here. To talk, when you talk to your students, you push the talk button. Okay, and if you want to send a projection of a video, you can do that also by pushing the video button, and all the students will be able to see your video. Your name will be shown up here every time that you are the last person or the last person to communicate during the Coursesites Live. So we're going to try this. You want to set up basically when you're going to meet with your students. I'm on your list as your student, so whatever day you pick, I will go and use my phone, my smartphone, to get on Coursesites Live whatever day that you pick. But this tomorrow, April 2nd, will be when I will be online for you to actually communicate with me, as I'm the teacher and you'll be the student. Okay? So I will see you guys tomorrow sometime between 4 o'clock and 5:30.